Common sense tip of the day. How much situational awareness do you have? Right? For example, I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you, but behind me is a door, right? Do I know what's behind the door? No. Do you know what's behind the door? No. Could someone come immediately out of that door and would you be terrified? Would I be freaked out? Yeah, right? I can't anticipate it. But how would I prepare for something like that? Could I always be prepared? We talk and hear and read and watch movies about spies. Spies always have to be aware. Somebody's always coming for them, right? They're in enemy territory and they're trying to blend in, but at the same time push the envelope to gather more information. As such, they have to develop a sixth sense, this ability to know what's going on and anticipate stuff before it happens so that they can stay alive. Why don't all of us develop something similar? Why do we tend to just go through life from one reaction to the next and just hoping everything will go to plan? I don't know. I talk to person after person, or I watch them interact with stuff, and I constantly see them just kind of, I don't know, what would be the best term? Like zombie walking through life. Situational awareness is not about being overly stressed and overthinking everything. It's about kind of anticipating what's coming. It's about being prepared in a way that allows you to actually relax, which seems counterintuitive. The more prepared you are, the more relaxed you can be. But not if you don't practice it. You got to practice situational awareness. You don't just have it. You don't just sit down in a booth and just know everything that's going on. At the same time, I don't want you to sit down at a booth at some diner and just completely obsess with your phone, right? You do understand that, or you're walking on the street or you're driving, our minds are taught to tunnel in onto that one thing. We have to unteach that. We have to practice being more situationally aware of what's going on around us so that we don't get either ourselves or somebody else in trouble. When you're driving, right? If you've got the music on, you got your phone up, you're going at a high rate of speed, let's say you're on a freeway or something, maybe there's people in the back and they're talking to you. How did you learn how to do that? And how good do you think you are at it? Did it take practice? Partially. But do you do that with anything else in life? You'll do it in the car, but you won't do it the rest of your life. I'm encouraging you to pay attention, to pick your head up when you're out in the world. Right? If you want to sit at home and binge watch Netflix all night long, that's fine. You probably don't need to have a lot of situational awareness there. But a lot of us should pay more attention to what's going on around us, and we might be able to avoid a lot of the problems we end up in just by saying like, nope, that's not for me. I think I'm going to go ahead and avoid that, and just being confident in our own ability to read a situation, say it's just not worth it to me to put myself in that riskier situation. There's a probability that something could go wrong. And that's a high enough probability that I'm willing to do something about it. So not only do we need to develop our situational awareness, we also need to trust our instincts, and we need to hone those instincts so that we can trust them. And it seems kind of circular. But the idea is you gain confidence in your ability to interpret a situation by constantly putting yourself out there and testing whether you read something right or not. So if you're going to go on a date with someone, how quickly can you assess whether that person is a good match for you or not? And don't just look at their appearance. I mean, like, who they are. How quickly can you assess it? How about your friends? Do you know when your friends are lying to you? Are these small, subtle cues like a poker player that's reading tells at the table? Life is full of that, and we don't use it. It's like we just throw away this power that we all have because of what? I don't really know. We're distracted. We don't think it's important. Well, common sense says, yeah, it's really important. Your chances of having a much better life come by your ability to interpret the world around you. Why would you throw that away? I don't know. So don't. Spend a little time. Pick your head up. Start looking around at what's going on. Anticipate, right? And then be able to act accordingly. And you're going to find your life and your confidence is going to go way up. And isn't that what we all want?